What is up, guys? We are here with another Overprime video. How is everyone doing today? We are here. I'm very excited to bring you a patch, info on the patch. This patch is looking real spicy. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It's exciting, but there's a lot of wild changes. So I'm excited to go over that with you guys. It's gonna be a wild ride. This might be a little bit of a long video. Hopefully I can shorten it down to like 20 minutes, but there are some things I want to go over. Firstly, we're going to go over the skins, of course, show you guys what's new in the aesthetic department so you guys have some flair or understanding of what's coming. Unfortunately, for you guys who saw the Bellica post or the Bellica skin, she is not in this patch. She might be on release. They have released skins afterwards, so I guess they could, but as far as I'm aware, she's not coming yet. With the skin, I don't know see why she wouldn't. She could come next month. I mean, it's still summer, but yep. Anyways, we know she's coming, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of changes. Unfortunately, no gold changes. I don't know about server stability. I'm on the EU server because it's the test server. So if you guys also want to sign up, make sure to hit the link below, which I will link there for you for the test server. You do have a couple of days to sign up, I believe until the 23rd or 22nd to sign up for the test server so you can get in and play Grimexe and test all these things yourself. But here I'm going to show you what I have learned personally. Again, this might not be everything, but what I have learned from everything in the test server, basically. Go over the new karmas and stuff like that. So yep, without further ado, let's get right into the video. First, starting off with skins, we have Twin Blast here with his iconic summer Twin Blast skin. Now if you guys don't actually know, Hunter of the Sea, that's tough. This was actually a skin in original Paragon, so it's just a asset rip, I guess, but it looks amazing. I like the skin. I've always liked the skin. I'm not really a fan of summer skins, but honestly, this one's vibing with me. I think his hair is a little bit too platinum blonde, I guess. Like, it's too bright, but I would like this on my characters. I feel like it looks weird on him, you know? Like, I'd make a character that looks like this, basically, but I feel like just them doing it, to me, in my head, is like, why would you do that? That's something like I would do because I'm extreme, but it's like, I don't know, he looks cool. I like it. I might actually pick this one up eventually when I'm not broke, but he looks really good. So if you guys are interested in him, Twin Blast shirtless, there you go, you got it. Next skin that I want to talk about is going to be Gideon. The next skin that I noticed, he has a floaty. I think that's all I need to say. I'm very excited to see the effects on the skin. I'm not going to buy it personally, but he does look amazing. I do think he looks fan-god-dang-tastic. Gideon, we might try him in the test server if we can actually aim with him, but we probably won't. But I do like this skin. Just the look of it. I mean, he has a floaty on his back. He looks pretty stylish, dude. He's looking pretty dapper. Look at his hair, you know. He's got that nice groomed beard. I feel like it looks cleaner than normal. Am I bugging? Am I crazy? But yeah, anyways, great skin, fantastic, top tier. Again, I'm not a fan of summer skins, but this one's just vibing with me, man. I think Overprime just is a way of making these skins pop. The next skin is my wife, one of them. Holy smajolies, Sereth. Let me show you guys there. You saw that. Let me show you guys. Look at her normal. Look at her wings. Beautiful. Look at this too. Beautiful, different colored, great skin. Look at this. Water wings. He has water wings. This skin is phenomenal, and I mean it. This skin is easily one of my favorites. The effects, the appearance, the aesthetic. Oh my goodness. Sereth does not disappoint. Her second skin being phenomenal. I love this skin. Holy, she's gorgeous. She's literally a dream. I am sipping over her so bad. I'm like, Adele, sit down. Not really. I love Adele. Trust me, she's my favorite. But she looks amazing. Let me give you a full turnaround here. She's holding water. The skin is $10. I'd pay $40 for this skin. I know it's like, what, you pay $40? Yes, she's holding a ball of water. And the effects, I hope I include some of the effects at some point in this video later on. I didn't look at them. They look amazing. I think they're freaking just out of this world. The effects are so crazy. They look amazing. So oh man, I cannot wait to get the skin. Insta buy from me. I don't care how broke I am. This skin is easily going into my collection. She's amazing. She looks amazing. Fantastic skin. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. I love it. I'm in love. The next skin I want to show you guys is going to be, not on my dear Adele, sorry Adele, I love you, is going to be Grimexe. So he's a new character, he's a caster, he's not a ranger. Surprise, surprise. and this is his new skin. I actually do like the steampunk kind of look. It looks amazing. The gold and the purple is really doing it for me. I'm not a fan of the helmet design. It's kind of weird. He's got like the ball shaped thing. Again, still fitting the steampunk aesthetic, but the actual like the metallic, the gold basically plating going into like the brown looks absolutely amazing. I love it. I think it looks great. Obviously Grim there all dripped out of the top too. This little gremlin, but you know, the actual robot EXE looks amazing. Love the gun too. The gun looks amazing. If you want to look at his normal skin, this is what he looks like normally. Pretty basic robot. He looks pretty cool, but yeah, I'm used to seeing him. I like his railgun kind of more in this one a little bit better. It's not as like claw-like, if you know what I mean. Like this one's more of a claw, but I love the actual color design and the effects. That gravity effect was so cool. He's got that purple stream. You know me, I'm a purple guy. Purple's my favorite color, so very good skin. The next skin is Faye. I feel like a lot of people are gonna like this skin. So this is her. She's, you know, she's got a lot going on. She's got a lot going on there, but people are probably gonna like this skin a lot. I mean, it's a summer Faye. Faye's a popular mage in my opinion. I see a lot of Faye, so I feel like I'm gonna see this skin every single game, but you know, it's summer, so there you go. You got a Faye summer skin if you guys like it. I believe it's also $10. Most of these skins are $10. I don't think there's any new legendary skins. So actually Grim.Exe might be a legend. Oh, he's a rare, so I think he's $10. The other ones are $7. I think Sereth is also a rare. Yeah, she's 10. I think pretty much everyone else I believe is 7. And that's actually it for skins. I don't think I saw anyone else. Iggy actually should be playable now, by the way. So if you guys are wondering about that, he's not grayed out anymore. I haven't like looked myself to test the FPS. I know a lot of people said they didn't really feel anything anyways. He was definitely breaking FPS. Every time I had him in my game, I could feel it. It was awful. I still have issues with the FPS outside of Iggy, but he was a guaranteed FPS loss. So hopefully he's fixed. I don't think they reworked any of his abilities though. Let me check real quick. Nope, everything seems the same. There was a mini turn, 3 mini turrets, yep, same thing. Ult is the same, it gets attack speed, yep, flaming oil canister, yep, everything looks the exact same. So no Iggy rework like people were speculating. Same thing, nothing different, no skins. There you go. That's the skins. Let's go right. Oh, also before we get into the actual breakdown of what's changing, there is a battle royale mode. I actually haven't had a chance to play it. I saw some footage in like this trailer they sent me, but not a lot of information yet. We will try this out when it goes live on the server, if it is live on the server. If it's just a test, it's going to be hard to test this because I don't know how many players it needs, but it looks like you can party up with only one other person. So if you have one friend who wants to play Overprime with you, there is some 2-player battle royale mode. I'm not sure how many people can be on a team together. Again, we'll see. Hopefully it's a 2v2v2v2 mode. That'd be pretty cool, like League's doing. I don't actually know the number of players. I need to get more information about this. I don't really know much about it. I don't know if this is the mode they were talking about. They teased a showdown mode, which was like, it sounded like an arena mode, but this is kind of an arena mode, but it's more of a battle royale, which I'm not a fan of. You do kill minions and level up and stuff, which is really cool. So it functions like a battle royale where you farm kind of though. I'm excited to try it out, honestly. Hopefully it goes to the live server. I don't really want to play it on the test server, but if I have a chance to play with other content creators, I will probably take it after I'm done obviously making this content stuff. And just try it out, record something, hopefully get a video out for you guys of this new mode. I know you guys probably aren't like, oh, I want a battle royale mode, but you know, it could be fun, it could be cool. I don't think we need new game modes, but it's always nice and fresh to get something new, so I'm excited to try it out. Also, I don't know, I've been playing a lot of Naraka, which you should play, by the way. Fantastic battle royale. It's free to play now. I know that was a weird plug for another game, but anyways, let's get to the training grounds and show you the changes of the karma system. I guess I'll start with Grimexe to kind of like show you guys what he's about. I know you guys have been anticipating him. Let's not waste any time. Let's go. Sorry guys, by the way, forgive me. I am so tired. It's 5 a.m., 6 a.m. now, and I'm just exhausted. I have not slept yet, but I wanted to show you guys this, so forgive me for my lack of attention or thereof. But yeah, here we go. Let's talk about Grim.Exe. Before we go in, obviously you can see they changed a little bit of the screen. Oh, how do I bring up the I don't know how to bring up the training tab actually. I changed OC. They changed a little bit of the menu. You can see we can actually use karma here. There are some, you can see there's a lot more. There are some crazy karmas. They did, I don't know if I said this earlier, but they removed all of the active items that I see anyways. So no more active items. All the slots are just passive slots. You see those 2 slots down there, those are actually for consumables. So you get 2 slots right here, and then you have your 6 items. I do like the layout, kind of very, very in your face. And you know when your consumables, like you know what consumables are here. There's not a lot to put there though, unfortunately. I would have liked to still have active items, but I'm interested to see what the support items all turn into, because yeah, but I wrote down some notes, so we're gonna go over the items that I know of. But before that, let's talk about Grim.Exe. So Grim is an old carry, an ADC. So you're probably wondering, why is he in the caster role? Well, let me tell you why. They scaled him fully magical, but you see, oh, that couldn't stop him possibly from being a carry. Well, unfortunately, it does. There is no magical ADC items aside from one with attack speed. Obviously, they're not going to have any crit, but there is one attack speed one. But unfortunately, this is the only attack speed one. So if you try to build anything else, it's going to scale off physical, and you want your magical damage as probably as high as possible. And I will say, this character seems absolutely busted at first glance. So before we do anything else, he's level 18. Let's go over his abilities one by one. Firstly, let's talk about his main damage as well as his CC and kind of just what you're going to be using the most probably. Maybe. Is displacement. His displacement fires a pulse bullet at an enemy, dealing 165, 120% magical scaling, which is ginormous, a huge scaling off of 110, and pushing enemies. So yep, it deals 165. So you see 166 there, doing pretty significant damage at the start for having, as you can see, the most insane range in the game, aside from like Mako. In fact, it might rival Mako's range. You could stand here. I'm like basically a little over halfway in this spawn point, and I can still hit them. That is redonkulous, considering he's a mage. Now, I'm going to show you why it's redonkulous. I know this is not a guide for him, but I am showing you his abilities, but I really need to show you how broken this is. Now, the next ability is suppression. It's actually a toggle, which takes mana. It's just a slow. It doesn't do anything else. It stacks up to 46%, I believe, at max level. Let me max this as well. So it's 46%, and it consumes 18 mana per shot. So unfortunately, they didn't do that stance changing thing I was hoping for like they did, I think, in Fault, but it doesn't take that much mana to sustain. I just don't see why you would use this unless you're winning a trade. Like, you're not gonna try to slow a mage when, you know, they're winning. I feel like you're gonna get outpoked pretty hard in the beginning of the game if you're not playing super far back, and if you are, you're not last hitting properly, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I feel like he's probably going to be bullied a little bit in the early game if he doesn't take that first blood, but I feel like there is first blood strategies with him depending on who you're fighting. Yeah, I don't know. He's interesting, for sure. I don't know. He's not like what I expected him to be. Let me say that. I really wish he had like a stand change for that ability, but he doesn't. Anyway, let's get into the next ability. Obviously his basic attack, by the way, simple basic attack. I think his attack speed's higher than the other mages. I think they're under 1. I'm not entirely sure, but his attack speed actually doesn't stack up to 2.7 like most carries, I think, unless you get proper crits. I believe it's like 2.2 you'll see him at, even if you go full attack speed. So he will get out traded by other carries just in a pure auto battle, and he scales off of magical, so they will always kill him almost 100% of the time. His ult, which we will go over later. His shield is the next ability. Creates a shield that blocks one skill attack one time for 3 seconds. Max 8 just for the cooldown. And you recover. Oh, you also get 80 mana at the start, and then it scales up to 200 when you get max level. This is probably going to be your second ability you max, in my opinion, for the CDR specifically. Your suppression mode's kind of whatever. So, yep. This is definitely going to be the second or first ability. I think it might be the first ability you pick up, and I'll explain why. Again, not a guide, but just some theory crafting for Grim. But yes, it's a shield. It blocks an ability. It lasts a pretty long time, just 3 seconds. It feels a little bit longer than 3 seconds to me, honestly, but I guess that can go fast. And obviously, for me, the reason why I think this is a really good ability, specifically, is because it blocks a skill attack, which means those Zenas, those Kalaris, whoever's just kind of jumping on you, those Countesses, they'll consume that first proc of a skill, hopefully with Boots proc. I don't know if that actually goes through it, but you'll actually basically have that extra shield to kind of dodge that. So you can stack it with Blue Heart if you really wanted to. I feel like, I don't know how that interaction would work, but Blue Heart, get that ability, then press your shield, get another block of an ability. That's a pretty powerful combo, in my honest opinion, for safety at least, not for damage. But at level 1, if you get your shield first, I feel like you could just run at your target because it's most likely going to be a mage, like a Wraith or a Bellica or a Gideon. And they're probably going to get their clear first. There is a chance they get their CC first. Either way, if you dodge their damage and you're autoing them, you'll probably, even though you don't have any damage outside of that, you'll probably win because they took time to cast their skill and you're just absolutely pelting them. And even if you lose kind of the trade, you just back up and then hit them with the displacement a couple of times. As long as you hit every single auto, they should die. But in my opinion, you have to hit level 2 for that. But in my opinion, he can easily get first blood if you play it right, and if you're autoing better than they are, and if you're, you know, strafing a little bit. 100% very strong starting mid, but in carry, not so much. They don't really care about abilities. They'll just shoot you. Yeah, it's good against like a Sparrow or maybe even a Twin Blast right click if it does block that, but I don't know. He's not a good ADC, as you can see from the scaling. And then his ult, GTFO. It's GTFO. Get the fuck out. GTFO. Goes through walls. Oh, I can't really show you here, I feel like. Yeah, it's probably too far. Let me try to skill reset that again. Yeah, but it does go through walls. I don't know if you can lock on straight through a wall. I wish I had a better vantage point. Let me try it over here. It's definitely closer. I should be able to do it from here. It looks like you need to, yeah, so you need to actually be in vision of them. It's kind of weird that like, I guess if they jump away, it's good, but if you can't do it through the wall, which I guess makes it way less OP, but it does have pretty far range, so like you can do it from here, so you'll always get that guaranteed damage, and it's a lock on, so like unless someone blocks it, it's one of those abilities that you have to block. Now, I know this is not supposed to be a guide for Grim.Exe, but I will show you like a quick full power demonstration with a lot of pen of how much damage he could do. I just think it's a little bit ludicrous that this character is like in the game the way he is, in my honest opinion. Let's get rid of this actually. Let's do, because I feel like we would do better. So like if I was playing Grim.Exe and I wanted to just be like a mage, boom. Look at how far that is. 1500 damage from this far away. That's like a Mako dream. Like Mako would dream of hitting these numbers. And then this is a mathematician's proc. Let's do it with the boots. Let's see how much damage you get. Boots mathematician's proc, baby. 1800 damage. That's non-stack too. Now his ultimate. This is without, well, let's wait for the boots proc actually. So if you were just to walk up to someone and just press the ultimate from here, you can just blast them for 1900 and then blast them with this for 1100. That's a kill without a shield. If you don't get any sort of support or shield or any sort of karma, that is literally a kill. I just think that's wild. And if you don't notice, his ult's on a 10-second cooldown with full CDR. Why? Or not even full, 30%. Why? It does cost a lot of mana, but he has 1200 mana with his build. Why? With no mana, by the way. Why? Just fucking why? Sorry, I talked too much about Grim. This video is gonna be like 40 minutes long. I apologize, but that was just wild to me. I just could not believe that his ult is on a 10-second cooldown and he has this much range. Half the range. I get it's supposed to be like a lob and you have to aim it, but it seems pretty easy to aim in my opinion. It's pretty wide and it blows up, I believe. Even if you shoot at the ground, I think it can still hit them. Yeah, it can. So, and the way mages work right now, they're all pretty broken. This character is like Wraith and Mako's wet dream. Like, why on earth? I don't know, man. I think he's gonna be a broken mid laner if you can get past the laning phase. I will say aggressive mid laners will completely outplay you, but if you do make it to like 4 or 5 items, you're gonna be slapping. And even then, if you're a good player, you will never be fun to fight against. Now, he is probably the easiest carry to dive, especially if you get Purge, because you just jump on him, you press your Purge, and he can't touch you, which Purge got nerfed, by the way. Just heads up, little spoiler. But I just think it's funny. Anyways, enough about Grim. That's him. That's the kit. I think he's going to be broken if you can get out of laning phase. Otherwise, I think it's just going to be kind of meh, whatever. He's not going to be like better than other mages, but he does slap. If you're really good at the game, he's, I think, going to be an absolutely devastating force because his range is redonkulous. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Again, I just thought it was wild. So let's go on to the items here. Let's start with the karma, actually. I just want to show you guys the new karmas. Probably are more interested in those. And then at the end, we'll show you the item revisions. So, karma. We have the existing karma. I don't think they actually have account levels now. I don't know if they did before, but yep. It looks like Scout Ahead got nerfed, which is terrible because those are your first supports. I'm not entirely sure if it got buffed. I think 12 bonus gold for each retreating Tion is technically a buff, but 2 gold every second, I think it's down from 4 gold every second. Technically, that's not the biggest change ever. 5 gold, I think, down from 7 or 6. Again, I'm not sure about this, but I don't think 12 bonus gold is probably going to do you better. I just think it is kind of weird that out of combat when you're not hitting, it's just kind of weird. But I guess if you're by Tions, you're fine, I guess. So it's not going to be, it might be a buff, honestly. It's hard to tell. I have to compare it to what it is in the server, which I might do just to kind of check. You got Destroyer Stone. I don't think Destroyer Stone received any changes. I didn't really look, honestly. Nope, same thing. Looks like the same thing. It doesn't say how much it's lessened by, which I believe it's just half. Regardless, you still got Pain. 138 true damage per second at max level, and it's just anti-heal still. Same thing. You got your heal, 9 through 600 health. That's a large amount of health. This might be a must-have on a support. There's other ones that are crazy too. I will tell you ahead of time. 600 health and 704 mana at level 18. That's insane. Even 90, even in the early game at like level 4, you're getting like 130 health. That's kind of insane, right? Wow, this is a crazy item. Hell, maybe even running this on yourself. 600 HP at like level 6 or 7. It's not 600, it's like probably like 200. That's just a boost of HP. This item was buffed to high hell, I could tell. Also, cooldown's 190. I'm not sure what it was before. Creates a shield that absorbs 75 through 585 damage for 3 seconds. While this shield lasts, the hero takes 40% less damage. That sounds absolutely broken in every regard. It's an active. Obviously you're sacrificing either Purge or whatever, or Blink with this, but this item seems absolutely broken. That is the thing. These things are trade-offs, so that's the only good thing. Again, trade-offs, but still seems kind of crazy to me. I just think it's a little wild. Then you got the Purge, of course, the same. Purge actually got nerfed. I don't know if the cooldown got nerfed. I think it was always 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes. But the unblockable status no longer lasts for 5 seconds, which was great, by the way. I just never got CC'd. It now lasts for 2. But again, if you time it right, you're still dodging those Murdoch pushes. You know, like the any CC you're really getting, the Decker stuns, you could still all in. Still probably going to be a must-have in my opinion, but there are really good ones. There are plenty of different ways to play now with this karma system, considering all the active items are moved basically to this. Morale boost. Increases nearby Tion's movement speed by 50% and health by 50%. This seems like an absolute sieging thing. This is going to be super annoying with the Wukong meta, in my opinion, because I'm so tired of watching Wukong just end games. This is going to be kind of wild, in my opinion, for him if he decides to get this, because you just get a whole wave and you can take things. It's also just going to be crazy if I could play like Seraph ADC, which I will be playing a lot of, by the way, with this new skin, or solo, and I take this and then I just press it when I'm at the inhibitor, because I'll be there probably, and then just end the game. Like all my casual games, I feel like this item might just end them, depending. Like movement speed, just boosting those minions faster. Now again, it's 3 minute cooldown. It's not the most impactful, but again, if you're in the right situation, I'd probably never pick this up, but I might try it once or twice just to see if I can make it work and rush it. Swift charge, it's literally just what we had before. It's the Grace gemstone, if you guys were here for that, the starter system. But it's just a dash. I might actually pick this up over Blink just because it's a slightly shorter cooldown. And I actually like the utility of just dashing instead of the blinking on a melee, because I overshoot the blink all the time, but the blink does have more applications. It's like going up. So it is technically better. It's probably still the must have. To be fair though, what you could do is just run blink and then dash and you're uncatchable. That might just be a strat, honestly. Like just this, literally just, you know. Oh, I guess it's not gonna show there. That's sad. That's sad. Wait, can I change it? Sorry, I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Apply. Yeah, there we go. So you get your blink and then you get your dash. That's so much mobility. Like, I don't know, man. I might just run that every single game just for shits and giggles. I mean, that's kind of OP in my opinion. They might need to tune this one down. I think this should be a sprint. This shouldn't be a dash. I thought that's what it was. It looks like you're sprinting. Like the active is gone for sprinting, so supports, you know, screw you, I guess. I don't know if the item is even still in the game, but I guess we'll look. I didn't see it. Anyway, the next one increases the hero's attack speed and movement speed by 35%. Oh man, that is insane. I don't know, like, I think this definitively will just make Seraph the best carry in the game. Like, even if you as an ADC grab this item, if Sereth grabs this item with you in lane, you die so fast. Even if you press this item as an ADC, if Sereth presses this item when she ults and decides to go on you, if you don't have anyone to save you, you just die. I think this item is going to be so broken on Sereth specifically. She is the best attack speeder in the game. And other characters like Chimera could probably abuse it on objectives. Same with Wukong. Like, Wukong could probably burst someone down as well as abuse it on objectives. This item is probably just going to be abused realistically. You do get movement speed, and it lasts 5 seconds. I know it's a 200-second cooldown, but 5 seconds? That's absurd. Maybe like 3 seconds. Regardless, there's going to be a lot of abuse to this item, in my opinion. I think this is a must-have on Sereth, in my opinion. Not a must-have in a lot of characters, in my honest opinion. Like, maybe carries are going to take it, but again, if they don't have purge in proper matches, they're just going to get killed by the mage. So it's like, it's a trade-off. It really is. And it's a 200-second cooldown. It's like, is it really worth not getting purge for a carry? I don't know. They probably still want blink for mobility. Again, in casual matches, you could be, I'm going to be going crazy with this, but in like proper, I guess, matches or ranked matches or custom, whatever, I don't see people really taking this unless you're Sereth pretty much exclusively. Kwon can't even use this item, sadly, but I don't really see anyone else. You do get movement speed, though, which is nice, 35%, which I guess technically is a sprint, right? That technically counts, so I guess this is the sprint that I'm looking for, but it's still just kind of wild. Consolation increases the caster and nearby allies' physical power by 30% and magical. Dude, imagine if you had red zone and then you take this item. Like, just imagine you get a 30% increase. So obviously, like, if you're looking here, I'm at 716 power. Let me, oh, sorry, I don't know how to work this. Sorry, I'm tired. Let me apply this. So 716 magical power, 931. Oh, let me try to get, oh wait, hold on. Okay. I want to show you guys. Wait, it will last for a long time too. So we're doing 1993 on the boots proc, and then if we'll wait for the stack to go away. Okay, and then we do this, and then we ult again. We are doing 2433. So we went from what, 19, whatever it was, I don't even remember the number honestly, to like a 500 damage increase. And oh dude, that is, wow, that is wild. I'm just saying, this item as well, like, you could, there's so many trade-offs, but this thing lasts 7 seconds. Like, why? 30% of your physical power. Why? I will say ADCs are going to be bursting harder. Now there is other items to offset this, so it might not be the most broken thing ever against tanks, but against squishies, they're just going to insta-die. Like, every squishy is probably in glass cannon meta right now that can do proper damage. Like Sereth, Countess, Zena already can one-shot, but you have characters like Twin Blast, Murdoch, just any ADC really. Revenant, dude, is gonna one-shot with his last bullet. He's quite literally gonna shoot someone and they're just gonna die. Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting to see. I'm excited. These karmas are just so crazy. They're not pulling any punches, I swear. Anyways, the next item is weakened. Increases nearby enemies' heroes' attack speed by 40%, physical power by 40%, and magical power by 40% for 7 seconds. So this actually weakens the enemy. Obviously, like I said, this is going to offset that effect that I was talking about. Also, this is really good for tanks running in and sieging on a carry. It lasts for 7 seconds. Honestly, this is enough time for a tank to absolutely obliterate tanks. This item is honestly a must-have on tanks. A absolute must-have. This item is going to offset the I feel like I'm getting destroyed meta a lot. You reduce their attack speed and physical power by 40%, or the mage in their case, their attack magical power by 40%. That is massive. You are just negating so much, and it's 7 whole seconds, dude. If 2 tanks carry this item and then you chain it together like you're in comms, imagine if the support carries this too, which they probably will, honestly. It does have a 220-second cooldown, but in those fights, in those orb fights when you need it, this item is going to be absolutely insane. I think pretty much, honestly, I could see the jungler grabbing this just to avoid dying as well, but I don't think that's worth. I think there's better items, but regardless, that's insane. Anyways, next item, demoralization. Decreases the enemy nearby enemy heroes' physical defense by 45%, magical defense by 45%, and slows them by 45% for 5 seconds. So I feel like if you have like 3 tanks in a game, you're probably going to grab this item as a support. Maybe as another tank, I could see that. but as a tank, it's kind of hard to say, like, do I want to just focus on tank busting? Not really. I don't think anyone's realistically going to pick this item up. And again, you have to pick this before the game. So like when you're thinking like in ranked specifically. Now, obviously before the game, I don't think there's a single person who's going to grab this item thinking it's a good idea, because no one really cares about the tank, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, until they become a problem. So no one before the game is going to be like, I need to make sure I'm avoiding tanks. Now again, in ranked, that's different. You might be able to see their karma and stuff. I don't know how that works, but in casual, you'll never see this item probably. This can work. I just don't see any application for it at all. I would never build this on a carry though. Blink and purge is too important, and honestly there's other there's too many good things to build this, but I could see this on maybe like a mid laner that has a lot of like Gideon or something. But again, why would you do that? You're not a tank buster. You're going to be focusing at DCs. Just not a lot of use in my opinion, honestly. Just not a lot of use. Again, it has its uses, but it's just like, I don't know, man. I need to test it. Silence nearby heroes for 3.5 seconds. This item is actually amazing, honestly. This is probably going to go to a support. This is essentially being turned into a fish. It's not quite as detrimental, but it's a 3.5 second silence. Dude, I don't understand. Richter's job is literally taken by FaZe. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Richter literally has a pull. FaZe has an auto pull. You just grab link pull. She has a 3.5 second silence if she desires. Richter will probably have the same thing. Now, I guess you could stack this on Richter and have a 7-second silence, which is absurd. But like, even then, it's like you have to aim your pull, probably, unless it's an auto lock on who, which I don't think people would like. I just think it's funny. But I feel like she just takes his job with this item. This item just, like, she could pick this item up. I don't know if this is a must-have, but she could pick this up and she completely shut people down. Now, I will say this item is probably a must-have in a lot of situations where you're a support and you're trying to stop the enemy backliner from diving your carry. You just pop us on them, boom. Zen up, dashes in, you instantly hit her with it. Oh, she can't use her knock up or roll for 3.5 seconds. Blast her as much as you can in that time. If she dies, she dies. If she gets away, whatever. She's already at low HP. That's a really good item. So yeah, that's it for karmas. I know that was a lot. I'm sorry. We still have more to go over. I'm rambling too much. I've been in the training mode alone for 22 minutes, for God's sake. So let's go over the item changes that I'm aware of. Again, I'm not going to go over any of the small items. I don't know what they changed with that, but let me sell these because can't look at the gray screen. But I will go over the changes to basically all the items. The actives we'll see, obviously, but yep, this is recommended, by the way, if you wanted to see it. But yep, let's get right into it. So the first item that has changed, I believe, is Mutant Poe. I didn't see anything on the way there. Mutant Poe, 40 magical power, 30 defense, 200 health, and I believe it didn't have CDR before. They took it off, put it back on because they lost its active. This now is a buildup of Poe's power every 1.5 seconds. If you basic attack, you can build up Poe's power. The effect can be stacked. A successful skill attack on a max stacked enemy deals 150 bonus magical damage. So for melees, it takes about 2 stacks. So you melee supports Adele, Steel, and Richter, I guess, which they're probably prepared for. There you go. Narbash, I guess, if you want to play that character. You get 2 stacks and you instantly get an extra bonus magical damage if you are building magical damage. Unfortunately, the application is lost because it's a 50% magical damage scaling and not a 50% defense or mana or cooldown or whatever scaling. So unfortunately, you have to build power for this to work, and as a tank, you are not going to build power, so the melee portion is lost unless you are building some kind of weird hybrid mage. Now the ranged, obviously, it's going to take 4 basics to do this, so it's going to take a lot longer to actually stack that up, but you do get better scaling if you're a Deck or a Muriel. This item alone gives power, so that combined with the other mage or support items that give power, there you go. You get a lot of benefit for that. But that is Mutant Poe. I like this better than being turned into a fish. There are karmas that are, you know, there's still a silence in the karma system, so it's still similar, but not quite as potent. But this item took a massive nerf. Thank goodness. I hate this item anyways. When people know how to use it, they really know how to use it. The next item that I'm aware of is going to be the High Priest Consolation, another support item that had an active. Before, I think it was like you get healed or something, and then you like remove the debuffs of your ally. It's now a passive. Magical power, health 350. That's a lot of HP. The supports are going to be tanky. at least health wise. 12% CDR, that's just a massive buff. I don't even know, I think I had 10% before. Why is it 12%? Isn't that just a weird number? And 7% movement speed. You're gonna be speed and you get 12% CDR. I don't even know what does this even pair with? 12%, 15% makes sense. 12, like what kind of number is that? Like, is there other 12% items? But that still wouldn't even be even to 40. You know, you'd go to 48. Or 36. I don't know. It's weird to me. I guess you go to 36 and then, but then at that point, why isn't 11%? And like 3 other items can be 11. I don't know. Weird 12%. I think it should just be 15 if they're going to do that, or 10. I think having 12 is just a weird middle ground. That extra 2 doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyways, that is the buff. You remove all debuffs from the caster and nearby allies and recovers health when the hero is hit every 50 seconds. So it's just an automatic debuff removal. So that's nice. I mean, I feel like supports it's a must-have item. This and Mutant Poe is probably going to be just pickups. And not sure what you're going to go first, but yep, that is a changed item. There you go. The next changed item is going to be Miter, I believe. Increases all ally heroes physical defense by 15 through 32 and magical defense by 15 through 32. So unfortunately, this doesn't really matter. Maybe against tanks it's a little bit potent, but not really. This item is pretty garbage. In the early game, it might be a little nice having a slightly higher defenses. Unfortunately, jungler is going to be building pen, mid is going to be building pen, you're just going to get shredded. This item is probably not going to matter. It's definitely, it's cheap, but probably not worth it. I mean, if it's the next thing you can go, there's not a lot of support items in the game anymore. I feel like I'm like, what do you have? Like Mutant Poe, the High Priest gloves, and the Miter, and then after that, you're just like a tank, right? Oh, and then you have healing nano machines, which technically I count as pseudo support item. That's pretty much it. I feel like there's no other support item in the game anymore. There might be a more expensive one that I don't see, but yep, that is the new item. Not that good, unfortunately. Not a fan. The next item is going to be, I believe, the Holy Relic, which is the crit item, is it not? So it's going to be this one, the Holy Relic of Asin. There's 50 physical power, 20% crit, and 50% lifesteal. Now, I don't know. I think this item was already at 50% power and 20% crit, but I'm almost positive there was no 15% lifesteal on here. That is massive. Just because lifesteal sucks right now, I'm very curious to see for an ADC having an extra 15% lifesteal. And also, the effect is really good. Removes all debuffs from the caster when the health is 30% or lower. So if you get low and you're getting attacked by like a slow or whatever, you just cleanses itself, and you get 30% movement speed automatically when your health is low. So when you're trying to fight for your life, you just instantly get a burst of movement speed for 3 whole seconds, and applies crowd control immunity, so you also can't be CC'd, which is insane. So you like an Aurora running at you when you get low. This item, in my opinion, is probably going to be a must-have for most carries to just absolutely frag. I'm very excited to edit my carry build, and on top of that, I'm very excited to try crit lifesteal Sereth. 30% lifesteal on crit lifesteal Sereth. It's expensive, but I am so excited to try that now. This item's gonna be wild. Oh my goodness gracious, holy smajolies. I'm excited. The next item that I'm gonna talk about is gonna be Margaret Stone. This item seems really interesting. Magical power is 100 right off the bat. It's an expensive item. 100 magical power, 400 mana. Wow, just a lot of mana. Really good pairing with the Decima hand thingy. 2 mana regen. A successful basic attack on an enemy consumes 25 mana and deals 30% bonus magical damage. If the caster does not have enough mana to consume, no bonus magical damage effect is applied. So obviously this is supposed to go to Grim. Even though it doesn't recommend it for him, this item 110 million% was made for Grim. He's going to be a mana hog, but he's already going to be consuming a lot of mana if he's using the slow, but at the same time, he's going to be basic attacking like crazy. I believe it was also they're trying to make it for Wraith a little bit, but unfortunately, unless Wraith receives some changes, which by the way, I don't know if there's any character changes, we will see over time or in the patch notes, but for items, this item seems like it was absolutely created for Grim. I don't really know who else is going to use this effectively. Mages aren't going to be in range for basic attacking, but Grim and maybe Wraith can use this effectively, but for the most part, just those two. Unfortunately, this item's not going to be that good. I do like the effect though. I think it's really cool. I think it should probably have attack speed. I also think that these should have attack speed. If this had attack speed and this had attack speed, 3 attack speed items for mages would be perfect. That would be a lot of attack speed, and you still get to use the burst items. I think that wouldn't be too broken if you scale down mage's pen, but that's just me. Also, just take off the pen and put attack speed. That'd be fine. Obviously, Shimmy gets nerfed, but I don't think this item should have pen anyways. Anyways, the next item we're going to talk about is going to be Aussie's Holy Water. It's similar to the other ones that you've seen, except it's still physical power, but it's magical defense. Wait, isn't that the same thing? Sorry. Yeah, the exact same thing. Oh, no, it's a little bit different. Sorry. So it's going to be 50 power, 40 magical, and 250 health. Removes all debuffs from the caster when the health is 30% or lower, and decreases damage taken by 40% and applies crowd control immunity for 3 seconds. So actually, this is probably going to be used on hybrids. So like, Sereth could use it if she's going like some weird hybrid build, or I don't know, if you're doing a weird Senna hybrid, or even a Clary hybrid, or if you're doing like a Grux, or I guess a, I don't know, a Kwong, maybe, I don't know. I could see this being really good because you get 40% less damage taken for 3 whole seconds, and you remove the debuffs, and you get crowd control immunity when you're low, so you start fragging. I mean, that's really good, especially on a tank. 40% damage decrease taken for 3 seconds even when you're trying to get something done is very, very powerful. Obviously, this could probably be your only damage item, and you can still prosper. It is 40 magical and 250 health. No CDR, unfortunately, but the stats already are really, really good, and the effect is absolutely crazy. So there you go. That, I believe, is all of the changes. Maybe this one got buffed by lifesteal. I don't remember if it's 15%. Dude, I'm so excited to try these two so much. Just the lifesteal, absolutely insane. But yep, that's it for item changes. I think that is everything. That just about wraps it up. I am sorry for this like 50-minute video. I don't even know if the recording went all the way through. I hope it did. I gotta end it soon because I don't want my space filling up very low on my C drive for some reason. But yeah, that was a lot. There's a lot of changes. I'm very excited for the karma system. I am going to be spamming these karmas randomly, just trying to create the ultimate frag, like, I'm just gonna run at people and not gonna stop kind of build. I'm very excited to try the double dashing build with the blink and the dash, or like the rush down build with the attack speed and the power increase, or even like the tank builds where I'm gonna have the damage decrease just is absolutely necessary, and then other things. Oh, so many possibilities. Also, the new items, unfortunately, I'm not a fan. Like, Spirit's Fang was removed and stuff. Like, items like that being removed, I'm a little upset about, but at the same time, kind of makes sense. I kind of wish they kept Spirit's Fang, though. It was a really good item, but I wasn't really building it that much anyways with the triple pen anyways. Also, Claw was removed and put into the other item, so Claw's gone. So your triple pen actually turned in, or your quadruple pen turned back into triple pen. Unfortunately, Claw is no longer a thing. That does kind of nerf junglers a little bit, but you do get more diversity in karma, so... I mean, actually you don't, because you have Destroyer Stones, so never mind. But your triple pen it's back to being triple, no more quadruple pen. Sorry guys for your absolutely shredding builds. You no longer get your luxury of having that. But there are other items now that you can build that are really, really good, so... like debuff items when you get low and stuff, so you can keep fragging. But yep, that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hopefully inserted the footage of Sereth being absolutely just, their skin is amazing. And I'm sorry, like I said, I rambled for too long. I'm tired, but I'm excited. I will bring you some gameplay of this probably on the 24th if we can get enough people in the custom games. So it's going to be a few days, unfortunately. Maybe I can get a game before then, but I'm not sure. Other than that, we're going to get this patch, I think, on the 27th. Don't quote me on that. 26th-ish, 27th-ish. So look forward to Grim the Mage, not the ADC, as well as all these new items and the karma system, and hopefully some other quality of life changes, server stability, please and thank you. And yeah, Iggy's coming back. There you go for you Iggy lovers, blah, blah, blah. Yep, anyways, without further ado, let's head on out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.